Wait. I need an option.
All right. So on Friday, we were talking about special constructions, and in particular, constructing a square inscribed in this circle. Any questions about that? The idea is draw a diameter and draw a perpendicular diameter, and those are the diagonals of the square. Okay, so today we're going to do another inscribed polygon, constructing an inscribed regular hexagon. So before I do this, remember, if you have a regular hexagon, remember it has special properties. This is a regular hexagon. What's special about regular hexagons, and why do we use them so often as examples in class? There's something special about them. Yeah.
You can divide them in like triangles.
Yeah, and what's special about the triangles?
They're like the same or
They're equilateral.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's special about regular hexagons. If you draw in the radii of a regular hexagon, it actually splits this up into 6 equilateral triangles, right? So the radii of regular hexagon split the hexagon into 6 equilateral triangles. Right? So like we already know that all of these radii are the same length. So we can indicate that by markings. But what's important about this is that these little pieces here are also the same length. Okay? All the little line segments in that picture are the same length. So if you have a circle and you want to construct a regular hexagon, we're going to use this fact. Okay? So here's the way that these problems will look. They're going to give you a circle and its center again. Okay? So in order to do this, first pick out the point that you want to be the center, just like we did with the squares. Pick up a point to be the center and then draw a circle centered at that point. Okay? With your compasses, you can actually draw the circle first, and then it's where the hole is, right? But you have to identify the center. So draw a circle centered at that point. That. And the directions will say, keep your compass the same, don't collapse your compass. The directions will say, construct a regular hexagon inscribed in circle P. So P is the center point. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. I'm trying to think of, the reason it's taking me a second, I'm trying to think of how to explain what we're doing. I guess just pick any point on the circle and make an arc on the circle with the same radius as the circle itself. Sounds confusing. Okay, so how about this? Rather than write out step-by-step instructions, I'm just going to do it. I think that might be a little bit simpler. Okay, so I'm going to pick any point on the circle. This. Put the point of the compass on the circle and then make an arc on the circle. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Then I'm going to move the point of the compass over to that arc and make another arc. I'm going to move the point of the compass over to here, and I'm going to make another arc on the circle. Then I'm just going to do this all the way around. I'm going to move the point of the compass to that point and make another arc. Move the compass over to here, make another arc. Compass to here, another arc. And you just keep doing that all the way around. I'm going to move the compass over to here, make another arc. Now, if I did it again, I'd end up with this at the same point that I started. Like if I do this, put the point of the compass there, you'd see that the arcs can end up being the same as the arc that I already have there. So by doing this process, I'm actually splitting the circle up into 6 equal pieces. Okay? And remember, like if you look at, like if this is the radius of the circle, this is the radius of the circle also. This is essentially what I've done is I've created 6 segments equal to the radius that are equally spaced around the circle. So all I need to do now is just connect the points. I'm done. That's it. That's all.
How do you make them evenly spaced?
You just keep the radius, the compass opened up to the radius of the circle. Like whatever the radius of the circle is, get that set on your compass, and then you just keep that same radius all the way around, and it'll be equally spaced all the way
I
around.
didn't do the point on the last one. Okay.
I know, but
If you hit the circle, then it's still gonna be the radius, because that's what.
no, I didn't originally get the radius, I just chose a random. Okay.
So you made a circle, and then you were like, oh, there's my compass. Yeah. So if that's the case, or if they give you a circle and you didn't make the circle yourself, but it's just there on the paper, you got to set the compass at the radius of the circle first. Yeah.
Or my circle.
Yeah, it should work out fine. Any questions on this part so far? Now all you do is you just connect the dots. That's it. So I'm just going to go my segment weird word, and then just connect. And hopefully it's logical to you that this is now a regular hexagon, for sure. But you know you did wrong, so it's like, yeah, so you get it. As with any construction, if it doesn't look right when you're done, you will definitely not get full credit for it. So make sure that you're doing everything correctly, or else it's a pointless exercise. So that's a pretty easy construction, don't you think? So
Will be.
So here's a question. So which of the 4 basic constructions is this based on? Remember, we have 4 basic constructions. They are copying a line segment, perpendicular bisector of a line segment, copying an angle, and perpendicular bisector, or perpendicular, or just bisector of an angle. Which of those 4 basic constructions is this based on?
What was the first one again?
Copying a line segment. Yeah, it's that one. I mean, we're taking the radius length, and we're just copying that length over and over and over again, right? That's the construction for copying a line segment. It's just like basically measuring a line segment with your compass instead of with your ruler, and then just copying it. That's what we're doing, right? All right, let's do one more. But I mean, there's really nothing else to it. This is it. So, let's try again. So I have the center of the circle. I'm going to draw the circle, and I'm not going to collapse my compass. That's important. So here's my circle. And then keep the compass the same measure. Pick any point you want to start with. So you can start anywhere you want on the circle. Make it hard. And then just keep moving your compass around, making arcs without collapsing your compass the whole time. You just split the circle up into 6 equal arcs. And if you have 6 equal arcs, you're going to end up with 6 equal chords, and that's what you want. 6 equal chords on an inscribed hexagon. That's regular. That's it. And then you just connect the pieces. I think if I tried to write step-by-step instructions, it would be more confusing and it would be like a whole paragraph. Are there any questions? That's really all there is for today, is constructing inscribed regular hexagons. Anybody still having problems? Okay, that's it. The homework's called constructing an inscribed regular hexagon.
So this is quiz Friday, just only this Friday.
Yeah, the quiz Wednesday is on inscribed squares.